Yeah.
Woo! That's a wrap, y'all.
Yo, it's a rap, baby. Yeah.
1 minute to kill it with David Correy. You heard it first on Trap Talk. What's going on, my people from Buffalo and from the whole wide world? I'm Kilo G, and I'm gonna be your host in Trap Talk. Today we're gonna be talking with artists from all over the world, talking about their life, their career, and a couple more things. Today we got an exclusive interview with one of the top artists in the urban and one of the biggest participants in the X Factor. Let's get it.
Yeah. Wanna make you feel this, baby. Bebecita, voy a hacer que nunca te olvides. Yeah. Baby, let me take a dab in it. I split your levy, let me hide in it. I play the please, let me verb in it. Your juice is speaking when I dab in it. Dab in it. Ma como un museo. Quiero nadar en tu océano. Tú sabes cómo lo hacemos. Cada vez que nos vemos. Baby, let me dab in it. Baby, let me dab in it. Baby, let me fucking dab in it. Baby, let me fucking dab in it. Dab in it, yeah. Now we back in the mirror. Loving the faces, we make an Oscar appearance. I know you love it. In that box, I be thuggin'. Ain't nobody know your body like me. Do your body like me. I'm the type to make your body only wanna want me. Go crazy. Yo loco, mommy, I'm your baby. Make that ass go bounce with it. Bounce with it. Make that ass go bounce with it. Bounce with it. Baby, let me dab it. Baby girl, stop hiding, 'cause I'm a very.
Today we got the one and only David Correy in the show. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, brother?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man.
Good. So I got a couple of questions I'm gonna ask you today, as we do with every artist that we get in the show. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we'll go from there.
Let's do it, man. This
All right.
is for the people, bro.
Right. So the first question that I ask everybody: your name, like your real name.
My real name. Shoot, that's an even crazier story because I'm adopted. But before, my born name into the world was Kaiko Damian. And then when I was adopted, a lot of people don't know that, it was David Ricardo Lee Cheney.
So it's in Brazilian is
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Ricardo Correy de Lima. And then when I was adopted, my parents were like, you know, at the end of the day, if you want to keep your real name, like they kept that as my middle name. So David Ricardo Lee Cheney. And then what a lot of people don't know is the Corriera, from my artist name, I grabbed that and made it I Americanized it. That's
Right.
But you did what I'm saying.
Right.
David Correy.
That's
A
mad
lot of people
smart.
don't know that, so I just kind of just pay homage to my upbringing,
Right.
my culture, where I'm from, the Brazilian roots to America.
The name sound like some mafia type. You know what I mean? When you say
Is it a mafia shit? Yeah. Nah, it's funny.
Yo, so how old are you?
I'm 34, man.
34?
Yeah.
Wow, you look mad young. Like I would never expect
Yeah, I
it.
know, it's crazy. That's like been my thing lately. I'm like, man, I feel like I've been, you know, I look so young. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not the same as what I look like, but you know, I try to put all the influence in the music. So.
Right. You know, a lot of us Hispanics are like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out to you, man. We age right.
Right. We was like backwards. Like we got the Benjamin Button. You know what
Benjamin Button.
I mean? All right. What type of music you do?
Man, I do a little bit of everything, man. Like a Swiss Army knife.
Okay.
But I mean, my roots were always R&B. You know, like I loved R&B. Being from D.C., Maryland, Virginia, the DMV area. You got Ruffins in Baltimore, Drew Hill.
Mm-hmm.
We got Tony Braxton, Tank, Genuine. You know, I'm just, and I always had to walk that fine line because I'm this Latino kid that looks the way I look, and it's like I had to try to find my own niche. But
you trying to fit in, you know.
in a different way that's still authentic to me, but what are my roots or what like I dig to, and what I gravitate to, and that was R&B, you know.
R&B. You
Tell me what you want. I'm sitting there like, you know what I'm saying?
Don't get me started, boy.
What you need, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like, gotta get that Drew Hill, and I'm like, shit, you know, like, ain't nobody. It's like, how did I, you know, make that, you know, authentic for me?
Right.
How do I turn that into my sound? And I guess that's kind of how I created my own thing. I took all my influence and made it be. You know?
It's really good that it definitely makes you stand out from a lot of different artists, you know what I mean, that you actually put your own flavor into what you create, you know what I mean, and that definitely makes an artist, because if you following somebody else's steps and you doing what everybody else is doing, you know what I mean, 9 out of 10 the artists don't really like stand out.
We too real. This is Trap Talk, so you know we gotta give everything that we got, you know. So
right.
I mean, my thing was, growing up, was I was always trying to offer like a transcendent vision for a way forward, for dreamers, for people that be sitting in the back of the classroom and try to, like for me when I was in school, I'll never forget it. Her name was Miss Sullivan, my literature class. I'm in I think 11th grade. I would literally watch my raggedy ass 496 Ranger trash green pickup truck transform into a Maserati. I'm literally watching my life and fast forward of how I'm gonna make it happen. So I was always ahead of where I was at.
So you definitely a good example of people to follow their dream, you know what I mean? You want to follow your dream. If you truly believe that music or whatever you do is what you want to do in your life,
right.
Follow the dream, you know what I mean? He's a good example of like basically.
Look, man, if you're real with yourself, one of life's greatest teachers are, you know, is a mirror. But you got to be real enough to see what you see, break it down, flip it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I went on TV, I think that was one of I was like, damn, bro, you fat. You might want to stop eating late night chicken wings, drinking beer, hit the gym. Dang, bro. You know, you might want to grab a toothbrush a little bit more, you know, get them teeth a little bit whiter, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything I did, I broke myself down. So when people compliment me in the music industry, you don't have to have tough skin, you have to have reptile skin. Because I expect to hear everything, so it doesn't affect me. I put my love into my art, and I want to do it a way where it's pure. And it's 2020, there's so many niche ways to make money.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I think, obviously, rest in peace, but Nipsey was so ahead of his time. And I'm a singer, but I always base my life on how rappers move. The hustle. I love it. I like getting my hands dirty. I don't trust people that don't have scars.
Right. And Nipsey definitely had like a long road, because he didn't really become the artist that he wanted to become after his, you know what I mean, when he was older.
I was selling mixtapes, 100 mixtapes for $1,000 a piece. And I'm a singer, and but I'm watching this stuff. Streets is watching. Wiz Khalifa, we're in Pittsburgh right now. Shout out to MCM Studio, shout out my dog Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like when you come here, at least for me, whenever I go to a city that I'm not from, I'm so privy to like what their history is. And I pick up from the knowledge, and every time I'm in Pittsburgh and I go over like the yellow bridges, all I think is the black and yellow, black and yellow.
Right.
You know, so it's like, but I watched Wiz, I think, when he started his day-to-days, it was so organic, and look where he is now.
Right.
He stayed loyal in the soil, bro. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people switch up. They're like mood rings. You don't know what you're gonna get. For me, I try to provide that through music, but I'm always real to who I've been.
Facts. You got to keep that loyalty. You know what I mean?
100%.
That goes a long way. But like, as what you were saying, like we are from Buffalo. You know what I mean? And we took the trip to come over, and I could tell when we went through that first bridge, it was like, wow, Pittsburgh is a beautiful place. You know what I mean? It's different.
Very much.
I love the everything about it. You know what I mean? And I've only been here a day. You know what I mean? But yeah, Pittsburgh is definitely. It's got a lot of major artists too. Not only Wiz.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Mac. There's a lot of people, man. You know, shout out my dog Chevy Woods. You know, just my whole thing is being open to different cultures is gonna, allow your brain to expand past, just the surface-based thing.
Mhm.
And that's how you take your music to another level.
Right.
So
You gain things that you never had, and you perfect your craft.
yeah, for sure.
Basically.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Okay, so now on to the next question.
Yeah.
What inspires you to do music?
Oh man, that's a loaded question, but for me, experiences. Watching, it doesn't even have to be mine. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing other things through a different lens. Not like. But one thing I feel like for me that I implement in my brand is one common relatability with people is struggle. We all struggle. I don't give a dang if you're rich, if you're poor, middle class, black, whites, Asian, Spanish, magenta, yellow. Like we all relate to struggle. So the music game, for anybody that's trying to get into it, it's not all sunshines and rainbows.
Right.
So for me,
That's facts.
you know what I'm saying? Like, look at how transcending like the Rocky series has been. Like just what that movie stands for. He beat all the odds. So for me, it's always been about relatability, experiences. If I can't feel it, I can't fuck with it.
Right.
This is where I'm at in my life. And I would just say like the struggle, pain, and people's experiences.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good way to think about it and do it. I was actually talking to my man Ballistic. Shout out to Ballistic.
shout out
You.
Ballistic.
So we were actually talking about that. We were literally talking about, I told him, if an artist don't struggle to get where he wants to be in the industry, he's gonna lack on a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
They
Absolutely.
don't appreciate things as much as a person that really does struggle to get what he wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of things is too is we magnify the end result. We don't like highlight we're not interested. You suck. Good luck next time. We're not interested.
Facts.
You're dope, but we'll pass. Like, the people don't think about that shit. And a lot of things people ask are like, what kind of life do you want? And they'll give you the basic answer like, man, Now, granted, for me, inner peace with everything that I've been through, and we'll get to all that stuff later, but inner peace is the new Grammy for me. As a kid, I just wanted a Grammy, but being happy within self is my new Grammy. But saying all that to say this is that we don't ever ask ourselves, what pain are you willing to deal with? Now watch where I go with this. If you knew that you could have this could be whatever you idolize, a Maserati, a yacht, the baddest chick, whatever it is that you... Money, whatever it is that you value, are you willing to go broke, lose your relationship, endure deaths? Like, what are you willing to struggle with for? What are you willing to struggle for to get this? Because if you knew that you had to go through all that shit, would you really do it? And most people say, yeah, I do it. But you don't know until you do it.
Facts.
And that's exactly what my journey's been a lot. I've been through a lot of stuff, but I only promote positivity because I'm still standing. So I don't want you to hear all my war stories, but I'll tell you if you ask me. I want you to hear about that. We overcame that shit. And we here. And that's what this shit is about.
People gotta listen.
So
people just see like the shine and whatnot, but you gotta really see what's behind the mask. You know what I mean? It's been a lot of it's been a long road to get wherever you, like, especially you being the artist that you've been through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, cut you off. There's a lot of misconceived pre-notions of who I am. I'm tatted. I got jewelry. If you've never heard me speak before, you're gonna think a certain thing. And what I try to do is be like, yo, those are things that I work hard for, that I bust my ass for. That if I get it, I know I earned it. It's not. I don't believe in handouts. And overnight success stories don't really last that long.
Facts. That's what I would know.
So.
Right. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So, what artists do you listen to? I know a lot of people wanna hear this. You know what I mean? It's a good question. And what type of artists do you listen to that motivates you? That when you're working out or something. What type of music do you like to listen to?
I listen to more hip hop than I do singing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think there's a day that's gone by that these 3 artists I don't play at least one time. And I would say, and it's not in no particular order, but it's Tupac, Michael, and Prince. I don't know, man. Just knowing their stories. Unfortunately, they all passed.
Right.
But
rest in peace.
yeah. But currently speaking today, it's a little bit of everything. Man, I listen to country, pop, hip hop, rock, R&B, jazz. Like if you was to ride with me for a day, it would be so bipolar of different shit that you would hear. If it was a 6 CD changer, I mean, you gonna hear anything from Mike. Oh my God! I mean,
Tupac.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen to some rock. I'm listening to Linkin Park. I mean, I just listen to everything. I think that's what inspired my brand, is the different cultures of music I was able to like hear as a kid.
Right.
And I was, you know.
That definitely helps you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Even to create music, you know what I mean? Sometimes you want to switch it up to give the audience a new personnel of you, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for
wow,
sure,
this
absolutely.
kid he does it all. That makes a major artist, you know what I mean? When you can do everything, you know what I mean?
I gotta feel it, man. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, going to music school really opened. I know this might be a little off topic, but it's like a story I never told. But shout out to my roommate from college, man, Darren Love, man, D Love. I swear to God, so I literally just got dropped off to college and I had like a black trunk of like all of these CDs, and he comes in and I'm bumping. I think I was bumping a Terror Squad album, and he's like, "Yo, you rap?" I'm like, "Nah, I sing." He's like, "Cool." Like by the end of the week, he was like, "Yo, I'm about to put a lock on your trunk." And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "I don't want you to listen to any R&B, hip hop for the whole month. I want to take you to another world real quick." You know, all we're listening to was like Johnny Lang, John Mayer, Coltrane, just different shit. Like literally taking me on a Bilal, taking me on a different musical journey, and my appreciation for different kinds of music just kind of like, I'm only 18 at the time, and I'm just like, my brain was so open.
Right.
You know, I just want to be able to be the person where you can hit me for anything. How Wayne was bodying, and there was a point where Lil Wayne was on the radio for every different type of record you could hit.
Right.
I kind of wanted to do that for music. And then my first mixtape, Urban Rock the Mixtape, I literally go, you know, I'm finna Lil Wayne the game. I want to do a little bit of everything, so that's just kind of like what I like to do. So that, I got a lot of experiences with different influences. So.
Okay. So another question I want to ask you is, at what age did you start doing music? Like, when did you decided that, I want to pursue music. I want to dedicate my life to the music.
I've spoke on this, but I think I could get a little more in depth with the story. But I had literally came home from school one day and I walked upstairs and my bed was gone. I'm only 5 years old, so I start freaking out. And my pop was like, "Yo, you trust me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I trust you." So he held my hand. We walked down the steps. He put his hands over my eyes, and he's like, 3, 2, 1, look. And he literally broke down my bed. Took my bed and made it a stage, took my sheets, made them into curtains.
Wow.
And I was 5 years old, and that's just how I started. Because they were like, "Yo, this kid is all over the place. I think he could act. I think he could do music." He bought me one of those, you know, those mics that back in the day, like the cord was plugged into the little thing, and it was like the mini microphone.
Right.
And that's kind of how I started. Then he bought me a little microphone. We invite like the neighbors from around the community. They come through, and they would literally watch me perform.
Wow.
Yeah, so this shit is deeper than rap with me. I'm initiated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is something that I did. But later on, like, before it was singing, it was acting.
Acting.
Get the stage fright out the way.
Like movie acting or
like musicals.
Musicals.
Guys and Dolls, Annie, West Side Story, Bye Bye
Wow.
Birdie. You know, like, I was just about to post. I posted on my Facebook yesterday, but it was me on my first lead at Bye Bye Birdie. That was Conrad Birdie. So.
How old were you?
I was in 7th grade, so I was 99.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Young, bro. But it was just natural. It flew, you know. It just.
And you felt comfortable. You liked it.
I flew through time. I was flowing. I was glowing. It was just who I was, and that's just how I got over. Like, all right, so you got the brass to do this, because you got to have a certain level of confidence to be able to do that type of shit. Like,
right.
It's not just easy. Like, you gonna walk on stage and there's people there, and They don't know who you are and they're just staring at you dead face.
Especially the age that you were at, too. You were pretty young. It's pretty heavy for somebody that don't have no experience.
Right. You seen Purple Rain, the movie?
Yeah.
So when he walked out on stage and did that, and this is from my father,
Right.
Francis Scott. I don't remember his actual father's name, but everyone was just staring at him with a blank face. And he did Purple Rain, and it went from that shift of him able to move the crowd from blank to like, you know what I'm saying? Like his ability to capture that moment was kind of like what my ability was over the years. I expected people not to rock with it right away, but brick by brick.
You definitely had the right mindset, you know?
Yeah, I had great parents, man. That was really what it is.
So we know that, rest in peace, your dad and your mother passed away. So how did that, like...
Oh, man, they crippled me, bro. I mean, I think a lot of people...
That is just something... I lost my dad, you know what I mean?
Okay, so you can relate.
Yeah, so I could definitely relate to the pain, you know what I mean? And it definitely, in a situation like that, is definitely heavy for somebody to push towards anything.
I'm glad you're saying that, bro.
Whatever, you know what I mean? So, in becoming the artist that you are, you know what I mean? It definitely proves a point on you that, you know what I mean?
So I never got a chance to really speak on this, but, one of my last conversations, literally days before my dad passed away, was he's like, I lived my life. I lived a great life. He's like, all I wanted to see you do was live out your dreams and be able to provide for yourself and future family. But he was like, you did it. He was like, everything you ever said you wanted to do, you were able to accomplish it. He's like, and I'm just proud that I'm alive to be able to see that you did that. But what happened was, a lot of people see the online presence, they're like, damn, bro, you're doing it. But what they don't realize is that every accomplishment that I was doing, I just rising. I'm on TV, I'm international, I'm traveling the world, I'm getting money.
And we not done yet.
Yeah, we not even raw. Yeah, bro, like I'm talking about, I'm seeing money, and none of that shit means anything when you can't share with the people that you love. And a lot of people overlook that. They think because you popping on IG, like that don't mean shit to me. I was so lost, I was so down, I was in a dark space, because every time I would accomplish something, one of the biggest things that I cared about the most was taken away from me. And I had to put on this face like, David Correy.
Right.
And so I had to deal with that, and I went into a really dark space, and I had a lot of interventions. A lot of people don't know about that. And here we are in Pittsburgh. I ain't really said this, and I'm happy as shit now.
Right. You definitely know that.
Yeah, I got a different, stronger ace in my corner at the current moment that I never had before.
And you definitely we're gonna keep on supporting you.
She know who she is. I ain't said that before.
Okay.
She know who she is.
Anyways, so that's good to know. You know what I mean? Your audience definitely gotta know. You know what I mean?
And I'm nothing without them. That's what my movement is. Dreamers. That's my thing. It's all about inspiring somebody, because, Pac said it, like, if I can spark the next brain to change the world, my whole thing is about having that transcendent vision to the next person that's going to be like, yo, what this kid said changed my mentality to do it this way. That's what I'm about, bro. I'm blessed. I've been blessed. I've been blessed out the womb. I didn't choose not to be aborted, and I didn't choose to be adopted.
Facts.
I took all those things and I turned it into a positive.
Negative into positive.
100%. That's what we about. And we here, goddammit.
Right.
And listen, urban rock is the next wave. It's been a wave, and we on it. And we're looking for new talent as well. So I'm shifting into a different part of my life where I just want to help give game of all the people that help me. So that's where we're at.
So right now I want to talk about your latest album, actually, with Gordo Brega.
Shout out my dog Gordo, man. Yeah, Algo Nuevo. Yeah.
It was, what was the title again?
Algo Nuevo.
Algo Nuevo.
Yeah.
So that means something new.
Yeah. Yes.
Correct?
It was crazy. I've known Gordo for about 15 years, and we never did music. He never pressed me, and I'm gonna get into something else, like to, piggyback off that. But I see him all the time out in DC, and when Gordo had the braids, and always talked about doing something. And then one day, my man, shout out to Christine from Miami, he sent me a beat, and I'm like, Mira más, no estoy. I sent the Gordo, he was like, mira más, que son todo y es. And he's like, yo, D. I ain't mean to mock you, bro, but you got that deep Dominican shit. Yo, D, I'm trying to tell you, bro, this is the wave. I'm like, dog, how do we take this 90 R&B influence I'm in with the Latin trap soul, and we just turn it into something?
How did you even connect with Gordo Brega? Like,
I mean, he's from DC, I'm from Maryland, so, I mean, we just kind of known each other through, like, you know, the realms of the circuit of our cities.
Okay.
Kind of how, you know, Bliss knew,
right.
you know, Benny and all the, you know, West Side Gun. Like, you're in the city and, you know, people know who you are. We just kind of connected. And,
right.
Man, that project was so amazing to be a part of because it touched on so many different things. And that was my first English project. It's almost 1.1 million streams on Spotify.
Wow.
And it's solely indie. And when I mean solely indie, I'm not talking about I have a major publicist. I got radio, I got billboards. Nah, this is all my bread. You know, go ahead.
Self-made artist.
Bro, all you artists out there, man, invest in yourself, man. Even if you feel like you're taking a loss, if you believe in yourself and you know how to flip it and people believe in your talent, it's going to be a win. I guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I did. And I'm still doing it.
Right.
You know? We started Urban Rock in 2009, 2010.
Wow.
Which is crazy because you're from Buffalo.
Right.
When I started with my business partner, Tony. Shout out to you, Tony, man. I appreciate you, bro. In Utica. So everybody that's from Buffalo is watching this. We started this shit in Utica.
Utica.
Maryland to Utica. Yep. Of all the places in the world, if you would have asked me before 30, am I going to be a part of something that's in upstate New York, I would have never known that. It's kind of another reason why it means something to like do this interview with you.
I appreciate that too.
On that too. So
right.
Yeah.
All of Buffalo, and I'm talking about all Buffalo and everybody around it does appreciate you doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because we doing this to share love too. You know what I mean?
For sure.
We're trying to spread love all over the world, not only Buffalo, but since our seed is in Buffalo, we're trying to make it grow from there. But today we got you. You know what I mean? And that means a lot.
Yeah,
you know
man,
I mean?
and
the humbleness, the guy is a straight up guy. You know what I mean? You gotta respect that. You gotta respect that.
And that's crazy too, cause I got a random text on you know, I have a phone number for all my fans. I don't call them fans, but I call them supporters, cause I'm a fan of y'all support me. That's just what I believe in. But this guy named Buddha, shout out to Buddha.
Buddha.
Hit me up. He's like, yo, man, check out my artist, Whoopie Whoop. And I listened to the song, and my man Belissa had hit me. You know, we talked the business out. You know, as all artists know, like, you know, it's not always about the money, but we have to eat too. You know, that's just what it is. It's not about money to me. But we built our relationship strictly on business, and over time, you know, I became real close with Belissa and Buddha, and they became family, and they brought me to their world, and they're like, dang, like Urban Rock is upstate, and we just kind of created a camaraderie, where it's more the music in this family, and you know, we're working on a project right now. We have a lot of songs together. A lot of people don't know. I'm very secretive about how I move. I'm not very loud. I'm loud on like the tattoos and how I look, but I'm not loud about how I move.
I want to talk about that too, but
yeah, for
that
sure.
definitely shows. Like, look at the little steps that become big. Like right now, you connecting with Bliss, and since you know Bliss connected you to us. You know how things work. You know what I mean?
For sure, yeah.
That's how everything works in the music industry and everything. You know what I mean?
It's gotta be organic.
All right.
Organic, man.
Organic. You know what I mean?
The loudest thing is people talking about you. I swear to God. I know the internet is a big thing, but word of mouth, I swear to God, will forever be the biggest promoter of your life. Like, people need to be talking about you. Them Sunday conversations when you on the court hooping with your boys, where everyone's like, nah, man, LeBron. Nah, man, CP3. Nah, man, Harden. You need to be in them conversations in some part of what you do if you're really serious about it. You got to push yourself to that limit.
Right.
But the thing about it is, too, to speak on that, I don't have nobody waking me up every day, minus God, to tell me, yo, D, you need to go to the gym. Yo, D, you need to devote a certain amount of time online where you're just studying. Yo, D, you need to do this. Like, I'm so open to wanting to be better every day that I surround myself with people that are better than me because it humbles me every day because I know I'll never be that good.
Right. I remember the first time we talked, it was actually like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We literally just you know what I mean, talking about
Yeah.
what we're gonna do, what we want to do, you know what I mean, and that just shows how dedicated we are, you know what I mean. We're
Yeah.
up, we go to sleep late, we wake up early, we hustle, we grind,
Thanks.
and it's just to show,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. We want this to happen,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
It ain't easy, bro. But if it was, everybody would do it. But everybody says they will, but they won't. You know?
Right.
That's the crazy part.
Right.
I know a lot. You know, and the internet made the world real small. So everybody think they're a model, an artist, an engineer, an actor. You know, a blue check just mean you Instagram verified. It
Right.
don't mean that you put in the work.
Right.
So always study people. That's all I can, say. You know, in that regard. But yeah.
How long you been doing music?
Shit. I mean, like I said, my pops had a mic in my hand when I was 5, but I would say professionally, like doing it on my own where I did not work for another person.
Yeah.
2009, 2010, I've been doing this over a decade though. I don't, my whole thing is this, position yourself to be a boss. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you so you can position yourself to work for self. I wake up alright, so peep this, being successful, what is that to you?
Success?
To you, what does that mean to you, being successful?
Like doing what I want to do and making it happen, basically.
Okay, so yes, but for me, success is waking up every day doing what I love and answering to myself. And you could equate that to money if you want, but like I know the most rich people in the world that are miserable. No, I get bread. And I never ever like accentuate like that particular thing, but like yeah, I get money, but I'm happy why I get money. I haven't sold my soul to get money.
Right.
I haven't become something I'm not just to get higher in life. It's been step by step. That's why I'm so in tune with Nip when he speaks. Like shit is really a fucking marathon. It is not a sprint.
It's a marathon.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And making sure that, we understand the times we're in. Like, Nipsey talked about a lot, the digital revolution. Music, like, you gotta, like, break through the clutter. There's so many people that do music, so how you gonna be different? How you gonna stand out? Dive into different hustles, which is what I want to talk about next. Big shout out to my new partners, Cali Sticks, Stay Kind, and all. So basically, I just launched a new deal. So, I'll be doing
you want to talk about the merch?
Man. Yeah, I do, man. Like,
some nice stuff, actually.
Yeah. So I got my own merch, which is the Urban Rock merchandise, Dreamers merchandise. But Cali Sticks, Stay Kind. Shout out to Paperboy. Shout out to Jake Vetter. Shout out to Remy Boy Monty. Shout out to Fetty Wap. We're doing our own thing, man. And I'm getting ready to. No one knows this yet, but I'm getting ready to release my own gummies.
Ooh, gummies.
Yeah. I stepped into the cannabis CBD world. I drink, so when Tito's want to come around, holler at me. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
it's definitely a big movement seeing that they legalizing it. So
have your hands dipped in everything, people. Like, don't just solely rely on one thing. Like, I'm not solely relying on just singing anymore, especially at my age and the way I'm moving. Like, I want to help other artists. I want to get into different companies.
Yeah, entrepreneur.
You have to be. You gotta be a boss. Yeah.
You gotta mix and match. But right now, like some exclusive shit. You know what I mean? We're not talking about no little printouts now. We're talking about the right stuff. You got good quality.
Yeah, man. You gotta invest in yourself, people.
Right.
I mean, I've invested hundreds and thousands of dollars into my brand.
I could tell that you definitely, you know what I mean, you know your shit. You know what I mean? You
appreciate that.
definitely got good taste and everything. Music, style. And that definitely makes you a big artist.
Being relatable is what it's about, man. People have to buy into who you are, and I don't mean buy into like it's fake. I mean like they need to feel who you are and where you come from, because we all start from the same, which is the bottom.
The bottom.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody just. Well, I mean, some people shoot overnight, but we talked about that. Like I said, like, I really like. Every school I ever attended to, I got a scholarship to for music. I just didn't know what it meant because back then, in my time, it wasn't cool to do music. I played sports. Sports was my friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like whatever. Yeah, man, I play soccer. I play. Music was the bat. So as time progressed, merchandise, jewelry, my studio, everything is self-invested. So when I do stuff, I press it up myself. I don't wait for nobody else to do that. Because once you give other people power to pull the trigger, you're like giving them you.
Right.
That's not, then you're powerless.
And your creativity, they control that.
Exactly.
And you cannot let that
100%.
happen because that stops you.
Independency is key, and foundation is what you need to build.
Facts.
I believe in that very much.
So, for the people to know, when is the merch coming out?
So we stopped doing merchandise like the end of 2019. I've been very quiet because I've been preparing for that new album.
Ooh,
Yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah, very secretive. Like I got a new album coming out, new merch coming out, and I got a project with Bliss coming out that we're doing separately. But this new album is a booklet of my life. Like sometimes you gotta get lost, but a lot of people like think like lost is like you're like confused, but you can get lost in the right direction.
You get lost to find yourself.
100%, and stumble across something that's even greater than what you believed in at first. So being out here in Pittsburgh, working with Mike, just getting the chance to like fall back in love with like the process, like why I fell in love with this shit in the beginning. I lost myself for a while, bro. I ain't gonna front. My life has been a story, crazy story. Losing my parents. I just got lost, and I had to be like, yo, D, why do you love this shit? And a lot of people always be like, yo, bro, what you been doing? Man, I've been working, but I've been getting lost with nature, life, priorities.
Right. Because we're human at the same time,
yeah, people,
you know what I mean?
For sure, yeah.
So we go through life just as everybody does, you know what I mean? You see us in social media doing everything that we do, but behind that, there's a lot of things that we do besides that, you know what I mean?
Exactly, but they don't see that, and I want them to know like this shit is real. So we're gonna take you through a journey, man. We're gonna make you feel every emotion, happy, sad, I wanna fuck, whatever it is that you're going through, and pain, all of it, the journey, the struggle.
So now we're on to the last questions, and one of the questions I want to ask you, so you're Brazilian, you're fully 100% Brazilian?
I was born in Brazil, yeah. Crazy
Okay.
story. Born in Brazil, I was adopted, young age, and I came to America.
Okay.
Raised in Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah.
How was that, being raised in Maryland?
It's different because we had to figure it out ourselves, man. I feel like, there was no blueprint to the game.
Right.
We had to really study, really figure out how those hustlers really moved.
Mhm.
And I think that's what like attributed to a lot of my personal growth.
Mm-hmm.
I studied a lot of the hustlers. I come from a town that's 4,700 people and no stoplights.
Wow.
And I'm a singer, so
Right.
I really had to figure it out. And the closest place for us to go get it busy was New York City, which is 4.5 hours away.
Right.
So like when gas used to be $20 to put it in your tank, while y'all was partying, I was going to the Puerto Rican Day parades and passing out my CDs. So I was always
Grinding, hustling.
always.
Right.
I was like, yo, I don't care where we are in high school. I care where I'm at when I'm grown.
Was it hard for you to adapt? Like,
Yeah, not really. We're creatures of habit, so by default, I guess sometimes it's a little bit hard to adapt, but as I got older, I was like, nah, this is what I gotta do. I'm locked in.
Right.
So
you got a strong heart, strong soul, pushing towards doing everything you
my main thing is we all gonna die. And I don't mean to get dark, but we're all gonna pass this earth.
Right.
But it's what we do while we're on this earth to create something that's gonna live forever.
You want to leave your mark.
That's what it is. That's all it's about. At the end of the day, if I was to pass away today, my future kids would be able to look back and be like, dang, Daddy, you did that. Yeah, I did. And it wasn't just for me. It's for y'all.
Right.
Because I personally can't take it with me when I leave, but they can use it forever until they leave, until the next one. So it's creating legacy. That's very key.
That's deep. That's deep, and that's really deep of you. You know what I mean? As an artist and as in a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, okay, now we know, and everybody that follows you know, you got a lot of tattoos.
Yeah.
Like, do you even know how many tattoos you got?
Nah, everyone asks me that too. I'm like, they're like, people get like one at a time. Mine are like big portions. It's like portraits and, we got Michael Jackson right here. We got Pac.
That's nice.
But my whole goal, not goal, but like, I can't draw for shit. I try to line myself up that doesn't really work. But those are all like things like I envied, like drawing, tattoo. Not envied in a bad way. Like, damn, I wish I could do that. And I just like, let me tell my story through my art, not just musically. And shout out to my dog Stevie Money from Maryland. Like I was like, yo, before I die, if I can't speak, these are gonna speak for me. It's a story of my life. And this tattoo, I've explained it. I don't think I've ever explained this tattoo before, but it's my favorite one. It's my breed tattoo.
You want to show a little bit?
Yeah, for sure.
We can see.
I don't know if y'all can see this, but this breed tattoo. My mother came to all my recitals, all my musicals, any game I was at. And anytime I get nervous, she just be in the crowd. She be just like, "Yo, calm down. Like, yo, you got this. Breathe, breathe." So every time I grab the mic, it says breathe, breathe. So I just, all right, let's get it. It's like my calm, my peace. Even though she's not here, she here with me.
Right.
Not in person, but spiritually. So my tattoos mean everything to me, man. It's self-expression. You know, like I said.
Which one would you say is your favorite?
I think this means the most to me. My favorite shit. Damn, I got a lot. I don't know. I like my neck tattoo right here. It hurt the most, but I thought about the most. I don't know. Like I thought about the most while I was in the most pain. Because it's that moment where it's almost like I'm subjecting myself to like that type of pain where I can just only do but think.
Right.
But this tattoo, my mom always said I had the heart of a bear. Like I was fearless. So like every time I sing, it speaks. You can see the bear speaking.
The roar.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not singing just for you to kind of hear me. I'm singing for you to feel me. You dig? Like,
That's deep.
This is what that is.
Like I got a neck tattoo myself, and I could definitely, I know.
Yeah, this shit hurts.
Right. Like everybody sees tattoos and they be like, oh, that's cool. I want to get one. You better be ready.
Be ready. Yeah, what he said.
You gotta be ready for the pain. You know what I mean? It definitely takes a lot, and definitely to sit down and get scratched on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
I hate that.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people don't even know. Like, it took me 2 weeks to finish my whole neck. I went hard. So, I haven't explained this. This piece right here. You know,
is that the Virgin Mary?
Yeah. So, like, my mom's like when you went to the funeral, like the card. It was, you know, that was the card.
Wow.
And this heart right here, I had got off her coffin. So to do the heart, the flower. So I just gave him a pick. I picked it off and he tattooed the flower. And then that was this. And then the back of my neck right here is when I met my birth mother for the first time. I never seen so much love and pain in somebody's eyes. So it's an angel with blood dripping down her eyes. Right. You know, so something symbolic of peace, but something that had pain in it.
Are you still close with your adopted parents?
No, well, see, I'm glad you said that. So we gotta put that in perspective. So my parents that adopted me, that raised me, to me, those are my parents. But both of them passed away. But my biological mother, we still speak, but because there's a language barrier, we have to have somebody on the phone with us. So we talk like every 2 weeks.
What is she? She Brazilian?
Yeah, I'm 100%, brother.
Okay, I respect that.
100%. You know what I'm saying? But I just try to make sure that it's authentic when I speak my piece to that, you know? So.
You ever been to Brazil?
Yeah, of course.
You done shows over there?
Yeah, of course.
That's nice. Yeah. It's like to have your own nationality, basically share love, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot of love, man. I reunited with my biological mother after X Factor, after the TV show, 26 years later. They had the, you know.
Oh yeah, you actually.
Yeah, physically.
Talking about that.
Yeah, for sure.
While he was in the process of actually doing the show, he found out, right?
Yeah.
You actually found out who your.
Yeah, but like, for the first time, like putting the eyes to an eye. You know what I'm saying? So it's bigger than life. Y'all gotta go check that out if you guys get a chance. Right. That's a tearjerker right there, because that's like finding Where's Waldo. I know people in the same state, same hood, same city can't find their biological parents, let alone go to a third world country and find them. So.
Yeah, but you never gave up. You chose, like how you do with your music. You chose to pursue and not give up until you really know the truth. And that's
100%. Yeah, for sure.
So, now we know you was a participant in the X Factor. How of an impact was that for your career?
I've been doing mixtapes for years, man. I always was doing schooling and grinding, so that's the pure example of when preparation meets opportunity. You know, that's really what that was. I mean, I'm not saying this like this, but I always know I can sing. But in the words of Nipsey Hussle, like, you know, I know what I gotta say is gonna touch somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you if you wanna pay attention. If you're not, catch up.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just my platform to speak my mind, show my talent, and then tell my story that I've been telling for years in places at that point weren't as big as X Factor.
Right, right.
So it's another day to me. Amazing opportunity, but you know, if I was going to a random store or the mall, whatever, I'm gonna tell somebody the same thing. Just, that was that platform.
Facts.
So, you know, it changed my life. One moment. You know what's crazy? I don't know if I've ever told this story either, but I had a show in Baltimore at Sonar. There's only 25, 30 people that came. Independent. First time we had our merch out, I got a text from the X Factor one of the X Factor directors, like, yo, look, you know, your audition is gonna be here. I told two of my friends at the time, like, yo, look, we got this show. We're not gonna be out of here till like 3 in the morning. It's my business partner from Upstate's wedding. He's mad because, you know, we've invested all this money into Urban Rock. We're not really seeing any money at this time. He's like, yo, I love you, but if you don't come to at least my reception for my wedding, I can't really support this movement like that no more. Like, I paid my dues. I put my efforts into you. I look at them like, yo, it was the realest show with only 25 to 30 people, and I felt every single person.
Wow.
I tell them that. We get back at 3 in the morning. We wake up at 7. One of us drives to Utica, upstate. We get out the car, like on some hangover. I'm putting my suit on. You know what I'm saying? One of them dads home like, hey man, I gotta go to bed because we gotta wake up to drive to this X Factor audition tomorrow. But much love, congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
I go, I sing a song. We get back to the hotel. Wake up dumb early. Drive 13 hours from Utica, Syracuse to North Carolina. We wake up at 7 in the morning to wait in the line. I don't sing till 3 o'clock, and I only sang for 59 seconds to a minute and a half to change my life for the rest of my life. That's the shit I be talking about. That's the shit y'all don't see. I did all that shit, anxiety, could I lose this, could I lose that, to try out for something that put me through hell, hurry up and wait game, changed my life.
59 seconds.
Right, legit. And no one knows this either, and I'm going to put this out there. I've never said this either. I didn't sing Just the Way You Are. That wasn't the first song I sang. I sang my original song, Dreaming. They cut me off like 20 seconds in. They're like...
While you were in the show?
Yeah.
Live?
This is live, like my first audition. You don't see that, though. So, it's me. You had the opportunity and ability to sing an original record. I sang Dreaming, which is how I started Urban Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I sang it. I sang like whatever. And I'm like... Must be dreaming where you got me feeling. All you see is a hand go up. Is there anything else you'd like to sing for us before, you know, your time is up? I'm like, can I go, you can even hear them of us, can I sing Bruno Mars Just the Way You Are? They're like, good luck, sure. Boom. Oh. 13 hours, a show with 25, 30 people the night before, 4 yeses, finalists. Self-made, independent. That's what it's about. I mean, when you really condense it that much, it's really this big. When you condense it, but it's this big. You dig? So you can do it if I can. That's how I feel.
Did any other judges reach out to you after the show when you actually like?
Nah, I mean, let's be very clear. Those shows are their own agenda.
Okay.
So when you realize that, how do you make it your own agenda?
Right.
David Correy, Urban Rock. I ain't going nowhere. You think this is my outro, it's my intro.
Right.
You dig?
Mm-hmm.
And I made that very clear. And I was one of the only contestants that was verified before, like, they sat us in a room and had to verify people. Like I was really doing my own thing. And like, that's what I try to implement into people's lives with my movement, my journey. Do this shit yourself. If that shit happened when you're 40 or 45, it doesn't really matter. Because you did it, and you don't owe nobody nothing.
Right.
I treat music like drugs, bro.
Right.
It's a flip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what it is, man. You know, you give them the product, the fiends gonna keep coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And just do it from the right place.
Facts. Facts.
So, you know.
And that's deep.
Big
Mike. Mike.
Yo.
Girl. That's love, yo. So there you go. We got nothing but exclusive shit direct from David Correy right now at Trap Talk. You know what I mean? He's letting people know what it is and how it really goes. You know what I mean? And we respect that. You know what I mean? I can tell personally that, you know what I mean, you know your shit. You know what I mean? It's not only the image, you really gotta sit down and actually talk with the person to tell, you know what I mean? And it's real. It comes from the heart. And that shows to a lot of people. Like, we're gonna have a lot of people probably don't even know what the fuck we saying, but just by the way you expressing yourself, you know what I mean? That's gonna show
I appreciate
the
that.
people
Love,
that is real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just, it was a rough road, but you made it happen.
Yeah, and I would say to all my young artists out there, you know, take advantage of the times we're in. You know, I started before there was internet. You know what I'm saying? Like AOL dial-up when I had to go in the corner of the basement and try to
Make it happen.
phone bone with somebody from high school. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, you know, you take advantage of these times. The internet has made the universe very easy for you to get in touch with somebody. It's, you know, I know these are hard times for everybody with the corona situation. To all artists too, man, take advantage of that. Slide in the DMs, be like, hey man, I'm an artist. Exhaust yourself, you know?
Right.
You gonna get a million no's before you get one yes that changes your life. And I believe that in my heart on everything. The day that you're like, man, fuck this, I don't want to do it no more, is that day that somebody's staring at you that you've always wanted to meet, and then boom, it happens. Because that's happened to me, so, you know, I'm just very headstrong.
Wow. That's really good. Now, you have any advice for any upcoming artists right now that are pursuing the music and they want to become an artist? What would you tell these either young or old adults? What would you tell them?
I would ask them one question and I would wait to hear their response and be like, oh, what's your diet like? You know, what you feed you gonna breed you. So at the end of the day, you need to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. You need to self-invest. Even when you think you're on the out, it's gonna be on the up if you really are talented and you put that work in. Exhaust yourself studying people that are better than you, and don't, you know, discouragement comes with the game, but you know you'll prosper if you stay true to it. So.
Wow. Well, David, it's been an honor for me to have you in the show. I appreciate everything you do and everything you're doing for the culture and for the music. I want to say personally, like, I respect you. You know what I mean? I love everything. And the fact that you showing love for Trap Talk, you know what I mean? It shows a lot.
Shout out to Buffalo.
And
shout out to Maryland.
You want to tell the people your social media? Some people that don't follow you.
Yeah, for sure. At David Correy, Correy on all platforms. And to my supporters, I don't have it on me, but you guys can keep in touch with me personally. 917-251-4887. Big shout out to once again Buffalo Trap Talk. Shout out to Beliz. Shout out to my Urban Rock family. Shout out to the Dreamers. Shout out to Mike Hitman Studios, MCM Studios in Pittsburgh, and shout out to Cali Sticks, my new family. Stay kind and just. We not even close to finish. We just getting started. And like I said, for everybody, let them believe it's your outro when it's really your intro.
Wow, everybody, come on, give me an applause. Give me an applause. David Correy, exclusive in Trap Talk right now. So now we on to the last part, my favorite part of the show. We're gonna give the artist 1 minute to prove his talent, and we know David got talent.
I should've bought you flowers, baby. And you hate. Should've gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Taking everybody, 'cause all you wanted to do was dance. But now my baby's dancing. Well, she's dancing with another man. Yeah.
That's a wrap, y'all.
Yo, it's a rap, baby, yeah.
1 minute to kill it. with David Correy. You heard it first on Trap Talk. Yo, I appreciate you, brother. Showing love to the Trap Talk in the Buffalo and everybody in the world. Keep on doing what you're doing. Bless you. Bless everything you do, brother. Yo, go get that merch, yo.
UrbanRockRecords.com.
Come on, man. You heard it first. Trap Talk. That's a wrap.
Yes, sir. That shit.
Se nos cayó la vuelta, patrón. Según el hombre lo ubicó, nos traicionó y se la cantó. Palo y una herida se embarcó, se nos voló. Dime qué quieres hacer, si quieres nos montamos y nos casamos. Falso, se dejaron ver, de una voy a mandarle un fuletazo. Puesto para la que sea, patrón, ese pirobo se lo caso yo hoy. Con el E30 y el caracol, virgencita, cuídame a toda mi familia que voy pa'l parrandón. No me vengas con pero, si nos sapearon fueron los feos. La vuelta estaba clara, todo estaba muy perfecto. Entre la ruta, coordenada y los botes fura, todo estaba planeado, pero patrón había una duda. Y es que ahorita mismo lo ubicamos cerca de Puerto Rico. Y me dice que el sapito también brega con los tombos, con la DEA. Y sale un vuelo de Cartagena y en Miami lo esperan una gente. Venezuela estamos en directo, la caleta te la tenemos y mandamos con una gente confianza que tenemos. Llama al mexicano y pregúntale por el ganado, que hay artesa, no hay nadie que a la vaca se no se cae. Patrón, máteme al tanto, tú sabes cómo camellamos, que la vuelta RD a Puerto Rico la coronamos. Un saludo a Medallo, a los de Cali, Bogotá, que todos los de silencio y para la que sea por acá. Para la que sea, patrón, ese pirobo se lo caso yo hoy. Con el E30 y el caracol, virgencita, cuídame a toda mi familia que voy pa'l parrandón. Puesto para la que sea, patrón, ese pirobo se lo caso yo hoy. Con el E30 y